Well, listen to this, because a couple of parents in Canada are taking new action against Fortnite. They plan to file a lawsuit against the developer, claiming the popular game is addictive.
It becomes unbearable at home. They won't go for dinner. Sometimes they won't shower. They won't, like you become, it's actual addiction.
The World Health Organization does recognize video game addiction as a mental health disorder. They say someone might be addicted if they struggle to control how much time they play, if they put video games before other responsibilities like we just heard, showering or eating, and if gaming continues despite negative consequences. So we do have Dr. Don
as it so happens,
to talk about this.
Teens and screens. So I know you have a lot to get to, but really quickly, what do you think about that story where...
Well, I think it reflects the fact that, as we call technoference, technology interfering with the activities of daily living, there's no question that teens are playing games for prolonged periods online. And we are not trying to label it as addiction, because when you label something, again, it has very negative consequences, both for the person that's labeled and the person that's labeling. So yes, problematic internet media use, PIMU, is now the label that we're attaching to that. And again, these are kids that are losing their activities. They're decreasing time with family, their grades may be decreasing, they're getting poor sleep because they're gaming all night. So this is technoference that parents need to be aware of, and if they want to take legal action, that's their business, but the action that we want them to take is action at home.
Right. You know what I think is interesting, though, because even when I was a kid in the late 80s, early 90s, we had Nintendo, and I would game and game and game and game and game and game. And you could say I was addicted, but I also played outside. I think the difference is that we have a lot more access to your phones or the internet, right? So things are different.
And the way they design it, don't they put it in there so that you get the orange or the strawberry that makes you want to do it again, right?
Well, the reward system that our devices give us is designed into the device and into the apps. These companies have a relentless pursuit of our eyes, of our data, and also of our money. No question about it. Yeah. And we're fighting against that, and it's sometimes a losing battle because the reward system is so good.
So what's your advice to parents?
Addiction is really a physiologic process. Yeah. Continuing out of control behavior with sort of not paying attention to consequences. My advice for parents is that they have to set up some guidelines, and again, look at yourself. Look how you're dealing with your own technology, because you're the role model for your child, and validate the fact to your child or teen, this is a struggle for everybody, not just for you, but for me as well. And we're going to approach this as a family. We're going to set up some bright line guidelines. There will be no devices at meals. There's not going to be devices when it comes to bedtime. They're going to charge outside so you can get the sleep you need. And we're also going to ask you, does distraction, because technology aggravates and activates distraction, are you distracted when you're doing homework with your devices? Because kids now have to live offline and online. We cannot take it away. It's a fear-based reaction to take away the device.
That's what I wanted to say. I can understand, right? A parent that says, enough, I'm taking this. So the one thing for 20 or 30 minutes or an hour, but you're saying that's really not fair to the kid?
Yeah, digital detoxing for a small amount of time is useful, especially when teenagers admit, and a third of them do, that they're multitasking when they're doing homework, which means they're going to make more mistakes and they're going to get physiologically fatigued. So again, help the youngsters and support them in an environment they're going to have to be in for the rest of their life, and it's not going to get any easier. So validate the struggle, support them, set up those guidelines, and negotiate with them. Say, I know this is difficult, but we're all going to lose our devices during dinner, and we're all going to have a reasonable bedtime without texting in the middle of the night, which 40% of teens wake up to do.
For sure. Great stuff. We always love having you on. The segments are always too short. Thanks, Dr. Don.
Always a pleasure to be here. We'll see you next week.
Great stuff as always. Dr. Don Shifrin, longtime pediatrician on the East Side. Maybe he was your kid's doc. I know a lot of you out there would say that's true.